Perfect. Thanks. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Drexel IEEE's first event of the fall 2020, or the 2020-2021 year in general. This is our fall GBM. My name is Harper Patel. I'm the vice president for Drexel IEEE, and we'll get started. We'll also introduce you to all of our officers, and yeah, we'll try to keep it within our 30-minute time frame here. And if you haven't signed in already, feel free to do that with the link that has been sent in the chat. And yeah, we appreciate it. So, perfect. So in agenda, what are we going to be doing today? So we're going to cover who we are, the upcoming events we have for this term, committees, and the resources. So just before we get started, in the chat, can we write real quick, if you're new here, yes, if you already know about IEEE, and if this is your first time and you're just, coming out to learn. Oh, a lot of first timers. Wow, this is gonna be great.
That's what we like
I like
to
see that. Perfect. Cool. So good to see that everyone's new. So we'll move forward with who we are. So we are IEEE, and IEEE stands for the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. And so what IEEE is a student branch of the world's largest technical professional organization for the advancement of technology. So with all that being said, what do we do as IEEE and being, one of the largest professional organizations? So we do a lot of technical workshops and seminars. We hold a lot of robotics competitions. We do a lot of professional development events. We do networking, social events, game nights, dragon hacks, and more. So we'll learn a lot about all of these different events that we hold and the different things that we're part of. So different technical workshops that are coming up for this semester or for this term, a lot of the professional development events with different companies we have, and also the game nights that we have coming up. So with that being said, can we get the next slide? Before we get into that, we wanted to introduce our executive board. So hey everyone, I'm Harper Patel, as we know, the vice president. And so we have today joining us, Matt. He is the president and he was the one speaking earlier before that. We also have Madeline Harms. She's our treasurer. Sam, unfortunately, couldn't make it tonight, but she is our event coordinator. And we also have Darius, who was speaking to you guys a little bit earlier, who was our secretary. So we are the executive board. And so we don't do this alone. We have a lot of board members that work with us. So with this, we have a lot of Dragon Hacks coordinators, because Dragon Hacks is one of our biggest events and it's a whole 24-hour hackathon event. We have 3 people organizing it. We have Daniel, who's one of our Dragon Hacks coordinator. And then we also have Julia, our other Dragon Hacks coordinator. And of course, they couldn't do it without Mirdul, our Dragon Hacks director. And then we also have professional development events, which Celine is a big part of in getting all of them ready. Then we also have Anuva, who does a lot of membership events, and she is in charge of making sure we do a lot of different things that help our members learn a lot about IEEE and also just their engineering in general. And then we have Samay, who's our vice treasurer and assists Madeline with a lot of her work. And with that, we also have, with even more officers, include Ashley S., who is our Dragon Hacks website chair. And that website will be shown later to you guys in later events, and you'll be able to give feedback to us. We have Akash, who's our academics chair, Gary, our competition chair, Chris, our projects chair, then Ashley Bishop with our IEEE website chair, and Ray, our workshop chair, and Kaylee, our marketing chair. You'll get to hear from a lot of these people tonight through all the various slides and the different events. So look forward to that. So with that being said, we'll go into our different fall terms. And for the officers, make sure you unmute yourself before you start talking about that. So we can go into that.
What's up, everyone? My name's Gary. I'm the competition chair, as Hard just mentioned. So our main fall competition this year is what's called Virtual Micro Mouse. The competition will be at the end of November, so it's actually coming up kind of soon. We're going to be starting it next week, so if you're interested, just let me know. So a little bit about it. It's going to be run through Princeton Robotics team. There's a link below when they send out the GBM if you want to take a look at it through that. We will be writing a program in C++ or Python. However, I don't know, but for a lot of the new members, I came in learning no programming whatsoever. So we're going to be starting from scratch. Basically, we're going to go over everything from the beginning. So we want all different types of expertise, all different experiences. whether you have programming experience or not, we're going to teach you from the base, like level 1 and move up from there as a team. So definitely don't feel like deterred if you have no programming experience. I can tell you, I definitely didn't come in with any when I came in my first year. So definitely, if you're interested, reach out. A little bit about the competition. So basically, the objective is there's going to be a bunch of different mazes they're going to give us, and our mouse is going to have to navigate these mazes by itself without any, just like by knowing if there's open path in front of it or to the sides of it, and we're going to have to write an algorithm for that. And basically, the winning score will be whoever has the least amount of moves by the robot to get to the center of the maze. This will be run then through me and Chris, our projects chair. And then if you are interested, as soon as possible, just give me an email or fill out the committee application so you can be part of the team. And then if you could also fill out the one to meet, just so we could have our first meeting and get this underway.
And before you go, Ray, just wanted to let you guys know, these slides will be sent out to all of you, just so you have those links, so you can easily email Gary and access all of these links to RSVP and fill out all the forms.
Hello, everyone. I am Ray. I'm the workshop committee chair for this year. And what we do is that we hold workshops that usually tend to hour like two hours or so. And before we have taken an approach to teach the basics of something, but this year we're taking a new approach, which basically is we're going to do a simple project on all of our workshops. And for this next one, that is going to be next week on Saturday from 11 to 1:30, is going to be, we're going to be designing an algorithm in Python to solve Sudoku. Basically, we're just going to put the numbers there, and it's going to solve Sudoku for us. When I saw it in the beginning, it was very interesting, so I wanted to share it with everyone. And what we will do, instead of just like going through all the very basics of Python, we will send a PDF file beforehand, so you can see the most basic things like hello world or I don't know. And that will provide you with a very basic knowledge that you will need for this workshop. It's not going, you don't, even if you don't know or don't understand it, please feel free to come. We will answer all the questions you have. And attached are the two links, the RSVP link, and that's the Zoom link to join for the workshop. And I hope to see you there.
All right, so Anuva wasn't able to make it tonight, so I'll talk a little bit about her event. So her event is going to be October 14th at 7 p.m. And what that's going to be about is talking about how CoOp can help you decide your academic track. So the plan is to have around 3 upperclassmen come and talk about how through their CoOp experiences, it helped inform them what they wanted to do with their classes. You know, be it COE, CCI, or any other college, co-ops are always a great way to learn about a certain branch of your major. And this event will be for that as well. Yeah, so keep an eye out on our different social medias, which we'll link at the end, as well as the link tree, which we'll also talk about at the end for more info as we get closer to the event. But yeah, make sure you come out for that. That'll be a pretty cool and fun event.
So, hi everyone, I'm Celine. I'm the professional development chair, as was said before. Our first professional development event of the term will be a Lockheed Martin info session in collaboration with the Society of Women Engineers. That's going to be on October 19th. So if you want to attend, please pre-register. The link is on the slides. There's also a QR code. That's just so that we can make sure that you're registered in Lockheed Martin system, because they'll be sending out the Zoom link. I think they're also doing a resume review. So if you're all looking to get ready for co-op applications, it should be a good event to attend.
Hello, everyone. My name is Darius. I am the secretary for Drexel IEEE this academic year. I'll be helping out with this info session for SOE, also known as second order effects. They're a rapidly growing engineering consultant firm over in El Segundo, California. So that's across the country, a little southwest from Los Angeles. A little bit of information about the company there, but mainly we're doing an info session just to learn a little more about it and also to talk a little bit about the technical interview, as well as also provide another resume review option. So check out the links below when you get the slides.
Hey guys, I'm Kosh. I'm the academic chair for this upcoming year. And so we're going to be having an EC overview. So if you're a freshman, which I know many of you are, and you're an ECA major, you don't really know what you're going to do with an EC degree. So this workshop is kind of geared towards helping you figure out what different concentrations mean, like some things that I wish I knew when I was a freshman. So come find out what like EC power, systems and signals, devices, computer, like any questions that you have about EC stuff, just come and find out. I think it will be really helpful for you guys.
Hi, everybody. So we'll also be doing a little bit of a fun event, the virtual dance party. So what is this going to be? So during week 7, we're going to do a Zoom dance party. I'll have a Zoom link available before these slides get sent out. So you'll have access to that. And so basically the point is just come out and let the stress out, come join DJ Har with some fun music and, dance from the comfort of your home. And if you don't want to dance, just come out and listen to some music. And also feel free to check out that link to submit some songs that you want to be heard there. So yeah, we'll have some fun. I'm really hoping, that you guys will show up.
Hey everyone, so I'm Ashley and I'm the website chair for DragonHacks this year. And one of the events that I planned out is the CSS animation, and that's going to be taking place on November 14 at 11 a.m. To 1:30 p.m. and that's on week 8. So what are you going to learn in this workshop? You're going to learn about the importance of CSS animation, and you're also going to view the projects that I worked with over the years while I was working with CSS animation. And you're also going to get a chance to create your own game or website using the techniques that I show you. And the way this works is it's going to be 2 hours and 30 minutes. So 1 hour of presentation where I explain to you on how to use the techniques, and then another hour of an activity that I planned for you guys. And then the 30 minutes that we're going to have remaining, we're going to show and tell what we created as a group and discuss what you guys made. So I hope you guys can come and have a good experience.
All right. Hi, guys. I'm Same. I'm the Vice Treasurer for IEEE. The event I'm hosting is a Trivia Bingo. This will be during week 9. Basically, this will just be a fundraising event to help raise money for Drexel IEEE. I'll have a small buy-in, around $3 to $5. And the winner of each round will win some kind of prize. That's still up in the air a little bit. So it could be like a fidget spinner, fidget toy, t-shirts, some kind of general apparel. And basically, all the trivia questions will pertain to technical EC topics as well as fun facts about Drexel and IEEE. If you don't know what Trivia Bingo is, it's basically like you get a bingo sheet with all like the answers to trivia questions, and then I'll probably read off the trivia question, and then you put your bingo piece on the answer to the question, and then you have to get 5 in a row to win. All right, thanks.
All right, so before I move into committees, I just want to answer a couple questions in the chat. So the first one, can we get a calendar with the events this term? right now we do have a Google Calendar that we'll share at the end. If you guys would like an Outlook calendar, that's something we can do as well. And then also, where can we find the Zoom links in the future? So yeah, so they'll be on the calendar. We also have something called a link tree, which I'll talk a bit more about at the end. That will basically have all of the links to everything we're doing this term in one place. So yeah, and if you guys have any questions as I'm going, feel free to just shoot them in the chat. If I don't answer, one of the other officers will answer. But yeah, now moving into some ways to get involved through committees. But first off, what is a committee? So what committees are is a way to get directly involved with Drexel IEEE and kind of like what we do and the way we plan some things. So like, for example, if you're really interested in workshops and really want to help out with planning one or have an idea for one that you want to put into action, you can help out with those. Same thing with, other fields that we'll talk about. Yeah, a lot of committee members will end up going on to be Drexel IEEE officers. Like, for example, all of the current exec members, me, Har, Sam, Madeline, and Darius, were committee members at one point. It's also a really good way to just kind of get to know a little bit better more of the members of IEEE and develop some of those connections. Also, saying that you were able to help plan a completely student-run event, not only helps build some of those like leadership and planning skills, but also looks really good on a resume, especially those of you that might be applying to co-ops for like the first or second time.
Hello everyone, I'm Daniel. I'm a DragonHacks coordinator. In case you don't know DragonHacks is IEEE annual hackathon, and we are ranked the 17th across the continent and second in Pennsylvania. And we've had amazing sponsors like Google, Lockheed Martin, and Vanguard, and other companies. So if you really want to have fun and also solve problems, DragonHacks is for you. So we are in the planning phase of DragonHacks 2021, and we want to organize a safe and virtual hackathon. So we don't have a finalized date for DragonHacks 2021, but we'll be looking at the spring quarter. So if you are interested in DragonHacks, please fill out our applications and we'll be happy to meet you and hear your ideas. Thanks.
Hello, I'm Julia. I'm another coordinator for DragonHacks. So we can't do DragonHacks alone, so we have a committee to help plan. If you're looking for a leadership experience, mentorship, just a side project, or new friends trying to get involved at Drexel, please come and join us, put on DragonHacks. We're looking for people who are just interested in hackathons, hackathon enthusiasts. So we have a group called Hacker Committee who can go to other hackathons together. We're looking for graphic designers to help create logos, people who know website development because we have our own website, and networking opportunists. Yeah, so if any of those sound good to you, please fill out our form. Our Instagram is DragonHacks_IEEE, and our form is in the bio.
Sorry, Matt, can you go back? Just to add to that, and just so you guys know, you don't necessarily have to love tech to be part of DragonHacks. The last pointer under what we are looking for says you. So basically, you don't have to love tech. You can just come to us, let us know what you want to do, what you can do for us. And yeah, we'll decide everything else later on. You just join us. Sometimes we just sit together and do homework. Everything is not about DragonHacks. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know.
Yep. So similarly for the competitions, we're going to have a competition committee. For those that are not new, this is similar to previous years where we've competed in certain things, mostly sumo bot. This year we're going to do micro mouse, and we'll see maybe even do some sumo bot later on if it's possible. So if you want to join this committee, What we do is we're going to participate in many fun competitions. So the first one will be Micromouse this year, and there'll be a couple more to come later on in the year and through the winter and spring. You will help plan some of these competitions. Most of them are just, some of them will be IEEE, like just us doing it. Some will be like the one we're doing with Micromouse, where we'll compete against other teams. And then we will also be looking for conferences and other competitions like outside of Drexel to partake in, and we'll work with that. If you are interested, you can either fill out the committee form, which you will get later, or you can just email me directly for direct access. That'd be, either one is perfectly fine with me.
Hi, I'm running Fundraising Committee with Sinay, our Vice Treasurer. I'm Treasurer, by the way. You can join Fundraising Committee and you can help to plan fundraisers like our upcoming Trivia Bingo. We meet once every 1 to 2 weeks, depending on our schedules, and we'll work with you. We don't have like a set time. Responsibilities would be you would brainstorm ideas, contact any necessary people to help work out logistics, plan any necessary activities at the event. For instance, with Trivia Bingo, you would help come up with trivia questions or prizes, and then help the Vice Treasurer with whatever they would need. It's excellent if you're interested in becoming Treasurer or Vice Treasurer for IEEE. It's pretty much a direct line, and it helps, all the fundraising that we do helps fund projects, hardware for events, and conference funding.
All right, so Chris is our projects chair. He unfortunately wasn't able to be here tonight, so I'll just kind of explain a little bit about what that's going to be. So the point of the projects committee is to develop ideas for possible projects that you guys, the members, want to work on and learn from. Basically, the way it'll work is once Chris has everybody together, he'll develop a project, ideally based on what some of your interests are, and kind of, break off like the students into groups or work as one big group. And then also aid in the way of, giving some mentorship or guidance. So these projects can include IEEE sponsored competitions as well. If you're interested in this, have an idea for a project you'd want to work on, or something you'd like to learn in the form of a project, feel free to reach out to Chris, whose email was back in the officer introductions.
Hi, everyone. So I am also running a committee. So if you want to join the Professional Development Committee, actually, let me make this note real quick. If you want to join any of the committees, I want to say you do not need any sort of experience. You're here, one, to help us, but also we want to help you. And we want to give you leadership opportunities and see what it's like to be behind the scenes at IEEE. So if you're a freshman and new to Drexel, or if you're just new to IEEE, feel free to join, ask us questions if you have any. Okay, so the Professional Development Committee is really going to be focused on putting on professional development events. So reaching out to various companies, working with other organizations to collaborate, coming up with other ideas for how to engage students and really make co-op searching and job searching and all things like that easier and more comfortable. So yeah, please join.
All right, so now that you guys have heard all about those, let's talk about how to actually apply to them. And so one of the things that we're going to be using throughout the term is a link tree. And so basically what a link tree is it's a single site that on it has a lot of important and relevant links, like events, like information on Zoom events, as well as our applications. So for those of you that don't know what it is, just to kind of quick show you what that looks like. Basically, you go to the link tree. You guys can see the link tree, right? It's not just like my slides. Okay, cool. Yeah, so once you go here, you've got all of the info in front of you in a straightforward manner. So for example, if you came here through the Zoom, it was right here on top. And right here are the committee signups as well as DragonHack's committee. DragonHack's is separate from the other applications since that's its own beast. But yeah, all you've got to do to apply is just click this form and fill it out with your name, email, what you want to join and why you're interested. we do have a deadline on those. So that'll be 2 weeks from tonight. So you have time to, think about it, fill it out. Make sure you do that though sooner rather than later. You don't want to forget. Once you do that, the person in charge of the respective committee will reach out to you with a little bit more info. Yeah. All right. So moving into some of the different resources that you guys will have available to you, both that we can provide and through the society. All right, so let's talk a little bit about an IEEE student membership. So as some of you might know, like Har mentioned earlier, we are a student branch of the national bigger IEEE. And through the national IEEE, you can be a student member. And so what a student member is there you get a lot of opportunities available to you that you couldn't get otherwise. These include scholarship opportunities, attending IEEE conferences, section meetings, getting involved with IEEE outside of just Drexel, and other great resources. So like journals, monthly magazines, which I have been receiving since I signed up. They're good reads. IEEE Explore, which is like a conference type series, tech talks, different events, and other types of discounts. So yeah, we've included the link for that right there. And one thing to note about this membership is that, so it is a paid membership, not something that we require. However, a student membership is much cheaper than an actual like full membership once you graduate from college. Usually they're like about $32, but I think sometimes they do go for 16. Somebody can jump in and correct me on that.
Yeah, so typically student membership is $32 per year. Since IEEE memberships run on a calendar year, if you join like more than halfway through the year, it reduces to a $16 per year price. If you join HKN and are inducted, that induction fee also covers 1 year of IEEE membership, since it is the official honor society of IEEE. I think that's it on fees.
Yeah. And yeah, lots of great opportunities. Highly recommend it. And yeah, that info is right there if you guys want to check it out. All right, so some big important reminders to walk away with tonight. The very first thing, if you have not joined us on DragonLink, make sure that it's the first thing you do as soon as you're done with the GBM. So I think I mentioned earlier a little bit just before we got started because there was a question, but for those of you that didn't hear it, the way you officially become a member of us, Drexel IEEE, is just by joining on DragonLink. What DragonLink is, for those of you that might not know, since I know a lot of you guys are new, is it's basically Drexel's website for student orgs. You can find our page on there, and it's also really nice just for finding another type of organization that you might be interested in as well. So yeah, it's a really great resource. If you join us on DragonLink, that'll sign you up from our newsletter. So you'll get emails about, our upcoming events, ways to get involved, and also different cool opportunities that we find that we want to share with you guys. Students from other schools, I don't believe can join. I think you need a Drexel email address. So yeah, Drexel IEEE is just Drexel specific. Yeah, so make sure that's the first thing you do. The second thing you want to do is join us on our Slack. So I don't know if any of you guys are using Slack for some of your classes this term, but basically it's just this messaging app where we'll send out where we have different channels for different topics. You can directly message people in the org. And yeah, there we'll send out, again, like some of our big updates that we have. And also we've got other cool things going on in there. Like for example, we just recently added an opportunities channel in Slack, or an opportunities group. And basically what that is anytime one of us finds a cool opportunity, be it with a company or like something to attend, we send that in there just for everybody to see. So that's a really great way to both share stuff you find and also find out about cool things you might not have elsewhere. So the link tree, or I got tongue tied. The link for the Slack is on the link tree also. So again, all of that stuff in one place. It's just a tab that says Slack. So yeah, once this meeting's done, make sure you go to the link tree and join the Slack. That way you can talk directly with us. Also, given that we're in a virtual environment right now, I think Slack will be especially nice because it kind of helps, create some of those connections that, a lot of us are kind of missing right now, not being on campus. So yeah, definitely 2 big things to make sure you do right after the GBM's done. Yeah, all right. Like I mentioned, we do have that link tree. Make sure you bookmark that. That's going to be really handy and incredibly useful. And this was brought up earlier, but we do have a Google Calendar where we will put all of our events for the fall term. That way to help, because there are a lot to help you kind of, stay organized and have all that info in one place. The link for that is right there as well. And yeah, we do have different social medias you can follow. So we have our Facebook page, our Instagram page, as well as our LinkedIn. So yeah, if any of you guys have any of those accounts, feel free to follow us on there and check us out there as well. And yeah, all right, so that pretty much wraps up all we wanted to cover for the GBM. So I know it was brought up before, but we will be sending out these slides, we'll put them in the chat, or I can put them in the chat, and we'll send them out in like emails and everything as well in the Slack. So you guys will be able to get your hands on those. And yeah, any of you guys have any kind of questions, comments about anything? Trying to take a quick look at the chat to see if there's anything there. Yeah, the meeting recording will be up on our YouTube channel. That you just search Drexel IEEE, and we'll put it up there so you can go back and watch it. Share it around if you choose. Yeah. Oh, also, one last thing. If you didn't sign in the beginning, make sure you do that now. I will put that link in the chat one more time. Also, if you sign in and for some reason you don't get the slides through any other channel, we can send that out to those of you that attended the GBM. So yeah, sign-in sheet. And yeah, so once again, just thank you guys so much for coming out. We really do appreciate it. We love seeing all of you guys here. I'm really excited to get to know you guys, obviously like first virtually, and then once we're finally able to, be back together in person again. And yeah, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot them. Otherwise, I will get that link for the slides, throw them in the chat. Yeah, otherwise, have a good rest of your night. Stay safe, and hope the first couple of weeks have been treating you well.